Behind the scenes at Longevity Now 2015.
This is totally wild. Okay, so on stage you said something about the spores of mushrooms being found like high up in the atmosphere, and superfoods growing on the space station.
On the space station,
What
yes.
is that?
Well, okay, so when they started going around in biplanes in the 1920s with mason jars and capturing atmosphere at 10,000 feet or 3,000 meters and then going up higher and higher and higher, they started to realize when they brought that material, that gas sample back to the lab, that there are certain things growing at different altitudes. There's actually an entire science of aerobiology going on. The higher you go up, the only living things you're going to find is mushroom spores. The mushroom spores are electron dense, like a metal. Okay. The mushroom spore shell is the hardest material that nature produces. And according to the research that I put into my book, Chaga, King of the Medicinal Mushrooms, that material can actually go completely out of the Earth's atmosphere or survive entry into the Earth's atmosphere.
That's the key point,
That's
right?
Key, right?
Ooh.
So this is indicating that we live in a living universe, and this is something that was recently came up on the space shuttle, not space shuttle, the space station. Yeah. This came up recently on the space station that they had found that there's marine phytoplanktons growing outside the space station. Wow. Now, we're all told, and we're kind of almost brainwashed, that like, no, outside the Earth, everything's dead. There's nothing, there's no way is any life form out there. Yeah. But is that true? And the answer is it appears to be a totally phony belief. So that the universe is filled with life forms. It's just that the Earth is very dense with life forms, but there are freeze-dried bacteria residues in space dust. That has been determined back in the 70s. Mushroom spores can survive the vacuum of space, and now we have this evidence that the space station is actually growing two forms of life on it, on the outside.
That's just mind-blowing.
Isn't that the best ever?
Yeah, very, very, very interesting.
And what it's doing is it's breaking down that old belief system that we're a rock in the middle of nowhere, and we're a mistake, and that we're the only source of life, that in fact the universe is filled with life.
Subscribe, 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 subscribe.